Hello, I'm your host, Sister Charity, and joining me today is my co-host, John Sells. What's up, man?
What's going down?
Well, you know what? We did miss you last week. However, you are back today to redeem yourself, so welcome back.
And you know this, man.
Okay, so I want to get right into it. First of all, before I get right into it, I want to encourage those of you who are listening. Thank you so much for visiting our channel. If you're new to our channel, we are a brother and sister team. We have different perspectives. So, welcome to our perspective, and we would love to hear your perspective in the comments. So, please feel free to leave your comments. On your perspective about this particular show. So we're going to get right into it. This past Thanksgiving, I tell you, it was the best Thanksgiving ever. I don't know what do you think, John?
It's right up there with numero uno.
Okay.
Since I say it's the best one since my grandmother was there, since our grandmother was there.
Right.
Just love it.
And I agree. So real quick, we want to talk about what it was like to. Can you remember when your grandparents were older? You had the older uncle, and you were like in your teens or your early 20s, and you thought, man, they're old. They don't know what they're talking about, and all of that. Well, now we are in the same place that they were in. It's just, I mean, we got our matriarch of our family is 80. Well, she will be in February. So, and then we have a whole lot of 70-year-olds that act like they're 50. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm talking about they have energy, they getting around, they're doing their thing.
Went bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Bowling.
Yeah, my 80-year-old aunt went bowling and didn't just go bowling. She actually knocked down some pins, y'all. Okay.
Right.
So we had everyone there from 2-year-old to 80-year-old, and we just had a wonderful time. But I want to ask you, John, what kind of feelings or emotions did you have as you watched your uncle, mother, aunts, older cousins? How did it make you feel?
Time flies when you live in life. I mean, when I used to see it, when I was at the youngest, like we got younger cousins that were there. Now I see, I'm 57, so I'm thinking, I wonder how they felt at 57. Now I know everything hurts. Everything hurts. So to see them energetic and moving around, and it's a blessing. I mean, we don't know when we're gonna see each other again, but I was so happy to see everybody. I haven't seen that many people in one spot that I was related to in quite a while.
And more importantly, it was not a funeral.
No.
Praise the Lord. It was just coming together and fellowship. I mean, I had a wonderful time, and I just thank the Lord for that experience. And when I look at the older generation, our parents and generation, you're right. Back in the day, we just thought they just old. You know what I'm saying? And now we had younger cousins that were there, and I'm talking about cousins in their teens, 13.
Our kids, cousins.
Right.
Our kids, cousins.
And I wonder what they, how they feel. I don't really care like that, but I wonder if they have the same mindset that we had when we were little. We didn't ask, but what do you think?
Well, I know your kids are respectful. I mean, it's about a respect thing. Like the older relatives we have, I still respect them as when I was younger, but now I'm 50, in my 50s. I'm like, okay, I'm a senior citizen too now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a senior citizen too. We senior citizens together. So yeah, this is a beautiful thing. It worked out. You know, it's all of us aren't here, and you know, I
Yeah.
pour something out for the ones that's not here. But I'm just saying, all in all, to see everybody getting along and everybody in the same spot, and for those that didn't make it, who wanted to be there and couldn't be there because of work or something, you know, it was a great thing. I didn't know, it was a surprise to me because I didn't know all that was going on because I
Yeah.
don't be in the loop on the text messages. But yeah,
Okay.
it was nice.
Okay. Hey, by the way, I'm glad you didn't spill that water on your brand new laptop. But yeah. So look, sometimes the spilling is not necessary. I think
Right.
this is one. No.
I'm
Okay.
having an NWA day, as you could tell. I mean, I'm tribute to, you know, NWA. I'm feeling like that today.
That's our cousin.
Who?
NWA group. One of the guys in that group is related to us.
Okay, that's being vague. You don't even know which one it is. I know it ain't Dr. Dre because I get you look like Dr. Dre all the time. Sorry, Dr. Dre. Yeah, I get that, but I know I don't look like you, so it's okay.
Okay. Okay, what I'll do is I'll find out the name of the one in the group. Okay, and I'll let you know which one.
How
Now,
can you even make a statement like that without already knowing which? Now you're
okay,
confusing me.
okay, so it's a cousin of a cousin. So Michelle is our cousin, and she's
Right.
related to them. So technically, that's our cousin too.
On her daddy's side or her mama's side? Because we related to her mama, not her daddy.
I know, but we related. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a reach, but I'm just gonna reach for it.
Yeah, you did. That's cool.
Hey, we're
I'm
gonna
with it.
invite. We're gonna invite. What is it? NWA.
NWA.
We're
Yeah.
gonna invite them to the next family reunion that we have. Okay.
But they're not all related. So you just get one ninja with an attitude. We're gonna get one of them.
Oh, okay. So we just get the N, not the W and the A.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It was like five of them, and you don't know which one we was related to because I'm hoping it's Ice Cube or somebody like, one of them.
oh, Ice
Dr.
Cube was
Dre,
in that.
Ice Cube.
Oh, Ice Cube was in that group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that tell you how much I know.
Uh-huh.
I just know, Michelle is always talking about them, and anywho, I'll get the name and then I'll tell you next week. Okay.
Okay. I
So
hope it's one of them that's still alive. And it's cool if they not, but
it
I
is
hope it's
the
one of them
person
that's
is
still alive.
still yes, the person's still alive. She
Okay.
talked about them like today, like
Okay.
it's current.
It can't be them. It's got to be one.
It's one, okay?
Okay.
It's one. Whoever the one is, that's the one she talks about current, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's probably Dr. Dre.
I don't know who it is, but I'll find out. If it's Dr. Dre, then we really gonna need to talk. Cause see, I didn't even know who the members were. So
Oh, okay.
if it's Dr. Dre, then yeah, we need to talk like
Dr. Dre, Easy E, Ren, Ice Cube, and it's uh, MC Yellow.
okay.
I can't believe I
It could have
did
been
that.
the two that we don't know, like the last one you said and the third one you said. So anyway,
It's
we
probably
digress.
MC Yellow because I'm just thinking because we yellow. It's probably MC Yellow
Oh, okay.
more than
Okay.
likely.
Look, we digress. Okay.
Okay.
I want to get back on talking about what it feels like to be a senior. You also I have a new outlook on life. I don't know about you, but I'm only 56, but it seems like today I have a different outlook on life and how much time we have, especially when you've gone through what I've gone through.
Right.
You tend to like take every second of your time here on earth is precious, and I don't know how you feel, but
I feel like
I
that.
think yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that. I didn't think that was. I mean, I didn't think like that when I was younger. I guess that's everybody, but I'm not that old, but I think like that now.
You up there. I mean, 100, you closer to 100 than not.
Yeah. Okay. By 6 years. Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
hmm
I'm
But
close to the 50 though.
I'm gonna say people that were this age when I was younger than them, in my 20s, and I knew people who were in their 50s, seemed to not be faring so well. I mean, now I think because of food and the things we put in our bodies, I don't know if we're doing better or we're just bottoming out, like flattening out, because you didn't take care of yourself. You didn't smoke, you didn't drink, you didn't get high, you didn't do none of them things. You didn't party hardy and cuss and swear. And for you to inherit a heart problem, which is more than likely inherited, or it could have been from diet, but it's just something I would think would have came in later as opposed to sooner.
Yeah, and I didn't really explain it, but the doctors think that I had it from birth. The I had a heart valve issue. That was one of the issues, is that my heart valve wasn't closing. And isn't this something? I mean, it wasn't closing like it's supposed to. It wasn't, opening and closing properly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, isn't this something that we can go through life, not even knowing how close we are to the end, And so that just blew my mind. I didn't even know I had heart issues, and then to find out, with all the stuff that happened with me, to find out that this probably was something that I was born with that never got addressed. So I did find that much out. And so I want to go into the next question, and that is, were you told something when you were young that you wish you had to listen to? Giving some feedback or something like that, or some advice or some unwanted advice that you wish you would have listened to?
I believe that had I listened, I wouldn't have suffered a lot of the pains I suffered. But at the same time, that is really hard when you have a 5-year-old son. Now, I know I ain't supposed to have one of them. And if I'd have listened, I wouldn't have him, but he's the love of my life. So I don't know. I mean, it's some financial things I wish I had to listen to, but then if I'd listened to them, I wouldn't have been in the predicament to meet I don't know. I don't like to second guess God. I mean, it's basically what you're doing when you second guess God. I mean, but a lot of the things older people told me, I did listen to, and I did stay out of certain ways. I still got a taste of some things I probably wouldn't have had to taste if I had listened. That's a tricky one.
Well, I was thinking more like personally, like, for example, you mentioned health. You said you didn't know if it was my health, like what I ate or things like that. And, people say, listen to your body and things like that. And so I really feel like sometimes God is trying to tell us, especially, and I don't want to offend anybody, but especially those of us who are saved, and yet we have an issue with, overeating or eating our emotional eating, and all of this stuff that I don't believe God ever intended, nor did he intend for us to be stressed out, worried, depressed, anxious. He didn't intend for us to have any of those things. And so I personally think that if I had really, really listened first to the word of God and cast all those things on him that he never intended for me to carry, then I wouldn't have had some of the heavy weights that I've carried that have kind of compiled on me in such a way that now I can't do what I used to be able to do when if I'd listened, I feel like I would be, able to do more. Put it
But
like
then you wouldn't have a story such as the one
that.
you have where you called on God to deliver you from your heart, and make your heart work with you instead of against you.
Amen.
So I don't know. You listen to your body, and you might not have one of them daughters you got. You know what I'm saying? If you hadn't to listen to your body, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
listen to your body. I don't know how that works out, but yeah, listen to my body probably more times than I probably should have.
Well, I think we talking about two different listens. I'm talking about listen to your body when it comes to what you put in your body, whether
Oh,
it's food, whether it's drugs, whether it's, alcohol, because our body was not designed for all of that, believe it or not. I know people talking about the herbs from the ground and it does this and that, but
you talking
God,
about weed?
yeah, whatever. Yeah, look, y'all know what y'all call it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I think me personally, had I listened to like not eat certain things that in my spirit is like, you stop eating that because that's causing you to be overweight, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you just allow your belly to be your God. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but that's scriptural. And
Mm-hmm.
so we know that other things can be people's God. Anything that takes over you and controls you is your God. So yeah, there's some things that I could have done differently. And today is a new day, and I have today to do those things that I need to do, right? So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, I noticed you said something about time, how precious time is. Time is a valuable commodity. Time is worth more than money, if you ask me.
It is.
So don't take none of it for granted. And don't let people waste your time or put bad energy into your time. That's
Absolutely.
hard to do when you have kids because they can't help but bring something to you, and you should be there for them. But other people you owe nothing to, they don't get to get that, get
Yeah.
that bad stuff in there. I think if we take advantage of the time we have left, then this would be the best time for us. Because I didn't know 20, when I was 20, 30, let's go back to 40. Like, I just was doing too much. At 57, I do my moves are real calculated now, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? I'm killing two birds with one stone. If I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna get all that done before I
You
come out
going
there.
when you go to the bathroom, you're gonna brush your teeth.
All
You're
that's
gonna
getting.
do.
I'm taking advantage of the maneuver because all the maneuvers count. Every maneuver counts.
Oh Lord. Okay. Thank you for that. I needed that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
you're absolutely right. And the funny thing, it's not really funny, but when I was 20, in my 20s, I thought I knew it all, honey. It wasn't too much that I didn't know. And when I was in my 30s, oh, I really knew I was the shiznick. And then in my 40s, you couldn't tell me nothing because now I'm grown twice, okay? But what I've come to understand in my 50s, I didn't know Jack Dooley Scott. Oh my goodness. I had no idea of the stuff. You don't know what you don't know
Right.
till you know it.
Right.
So
I have kids that tell me, "Oh, Dad, you be wishing bad stuff. You be bringing up bad stuff." No, I can see further than you, and I'm always prepared for that thing that's hiding around the corner. You know what I'm saying? That you just keep walking. Oh, you don't have this vision. You don't have that vision. You just walking straight into disaster a lot of the times. If you don't move a little bit to this way, you can avoid some of this. You know what I mean? But
right.
they think it's you just one of them. And sometimes people do be negative or say negative things, but I just want to prepare you for sometimes the inevitable if you handle certain situations that way, that this is the result. And how do I know? Because I've done it.
Right.
Unless they change the way that result gonna turn out, yeah, I didn't get the memo. It's gonna
Right.
turn out bad for you if you
Right.
do this. You know what I mean?
It's if you steal, go in the store and steal, there's gonna be some negative consequences. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't gonna change. So there's some negative consequences that come with the decisions that we make. And we know because we made them as well. But everybody, for the most part, gotta learn themselves. You
Got
can't,
to.
some people just ain't gonna get it because you fell in the hole. They gotta experience the hole. They gotta experience the darkness. They gotta experience, being stuck and not seeing their way out and wondering if they're gonna get it. Some people gotta experience that on their own. But
I've
when
been
you're
told.
old,
I've
huh?
been told that. My daughters told me, yeah, let me experience life on my. Okay. Then they get hit upside the head and be on the phone talking about, yeah, I know you talk. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, with age does come an amount of wisdom. It all really depends because some people are in their 60s and 70s and their mentality is that of a 16-year-old. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about if you continue to grow. Just like you learn technology. That's not something we grew up with, but we have to keep up with the times. And even though we're older, doesn't mean that we're done. We have to keep up with social media. We have to keep up with the new terminology that's going around and keep up with our kids. For you got to keep up with a 5-year-old. You can't sit down and like back in the day, they used to say, fetch me this and fetch me that. No, you got to move. You got to get up and do it. And it's helping you in so many ways you probably can't even imagine.
Right. Because I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't his servant. If I wasn't his personal caretaker. Yeah.
Yeah, it is nothing like it. But I tell you what, you are growing older gracefully. And I really believe I am too, regardless of what we feel like, regardless of what it looks like. You and I are blessed. If you really think about it, right this second, we are blessed. And those of you who are watching this show, you're blessed. And so it doesn't matter how old you are,
Right.
but be thankful for what God has brought you through and brought you to, because he didn't have to do it.
It's crazy. Just like seeing all those people again, just reminding how far back we go back to where when we was playing, this is playing for us. Like when we play emergency or the doctor thing where you couldn't touch the sides of the game board or whatever, or Monopoly. Now we on having a YouTube conversation and just look, I would have never thunk it. Never. And I'm not even in the same area as you. I'm in a whole different area. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are brothers and sisters with two different perspectives, but we can respect each other's perspective. And sometimes our perspective is the same. And that's what I love about this show. You bring a perspective that I would never have thought about. And I'm sure I bring one you hadn't thought about. And that's what makes this show so great. So
I want to say one more thing.
Uh-huh.
When we were younger, we did fight more, so we lived long enough to get along. So anything's possible because we used to fight like the Hatfields and McCoys.
Well, let me just say this, okay? I don't remember fighting like what you just said. We had some disagreements. And one time I told you, I don't know if you remember, when I was a teenager and I had just accepted Christ and everything. And you got up in my face.
Yeah, because I didn't believe you.
And I said, you can hit me if you want to, but greater is he that's in me than he that is in the world. And I said it with such authority. I remember you just saying, forget it. I'm done. Right. Yeah, I'm done. So, right. I learned very young to let God fight my battles for me. Right. And it paid off. So. But it doesn't mean that we didn't have our disagreements. But for the most part, we have always loved each other, respected each other, even though our lives were going in two different directions. We knew how to come back and love each other. Because guess what? We were all we had. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I thank God that I still have you here and my other brothers and my entire family, my mother and my husband and my daughters and everybody. I'm still grateful. It's not just about Thanksgiving. I'm grateful. I'm grateful every day that God allows us to be here and to see each other and to love on each other. So
yeah.
And
God bless the Bay Area cousins we got from the Bay Area.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
Absolutely.
And whatever area, because I know it was a couple of more. And then we actually have some relatives that moved here and retired here.
Yeah.
God bless you all.
Absolutely. And we love you all. So, and we love those of you who are watching this. Just know that it may not be what you want, but it's better than what you, let me see, how do I say that? You may not have what you want, but you have what you need, or anyway, something to that effect. Because we can always ask for more, but I guess the point is be grateful for what you have right now. That's it.
Love the one you with.
I'm not where I used to be or something. Anyway, I can't remember how it goes. Somebody will know and put it in the comments. Put it in the comments what I'm trying to say and help us out. So anyway, John, that seems to be all. We are out of time, but we do thank our listeners for tuning in and really give some perspective about age. And leave any comments on your perspective about growing older. This is a conversation I think we should have, but many of us don't. So, John, did you have any closing words?
Every day we get to do this is a plus for me, and I just hope we can get as many as we can get in. I'm glad we started to do something because I would never see you otherwise. So I love you, sis, and I love my nieces, and I love my brother-in-law. Make sure you give him a big kiss from me.
Okay. And we love you too. In the mouth. Okay, I will. All right. God bless. Thank you all. Bye-bye.